Okay, this is from the scrim we did, and first off, I want to say good job, everyone, because I feel like we did really good with comms. We did a lot better with positioning, a lot better with team play, and like the stuff that we have to work on, it just takes time. Like doing the mapping stuff is so helpful, and like a lot of the skills, it just takes time. But let's take a look at this game. I already watched all the individual POVs already. So we'll just and I have some notes that we can to guide me a little bit. Y'all can blame me for this one in the specific way that we lost. I had zero awareness at the end that we were 1 point away, so you can blame me for that. But I think also as a team we could have gotten a big lead at some point. I think the really funny thing is in our scrims with this team is that neither team would make significant progress past the first checkpoint, whether it's Rainmaker or Tower or whatever, or like huge scores on clams. Like I think we all had trouble like visualize or having the knowledge, I guess, to do the harder checkpoints. So that's kind of funny. They never got that far past checkpoint 1, and neither did we. That's why the lead was so small. But I think that's still a good sign, right? Like we have to first we're winning with team play, then we're winning with a small lead with team play, and then the next step is we win with a big lead with team play. So like I'm very happy with us, even though it was disappointing in the moment. Cool, so look at us, great positioning. I think a thought that I had is that when darkness is on Dapples, and maybe like Dapples and Inkbrush can do a better job of like pinching in 2v1 because they're both very fast. Because I think like there were times in this game where I was not there to help darkness. Sometimes I was, like it's a situational thing. But when I'm not there, I think that would be a good opportunity for like Inkbrush and Dapples to pinch or 2v1 someone. Yeah, you're in there by yourself. I probably should have gone in, and I did. Nice. Yeah, I think here I would have liked to see a softer move up sooner. I think you were trying to give Moo a safe jump, but like if you checked your map, I think you would have seen that you could have come over a lot sooner. Also, sometimes I see you painting stuff that's like, I know you're trying to get special, sorry. But sometimes I see you painting ground that is like 90% painted already. I don't know. Yeah, so and I appreciate Moo being flexible and like grabbing here. It's just unfortunate Zuka shot, I think, from them. I think as the time goes on, we get way better awareness of their specials. This was just the first game. Warm up, warm up. So there's a wipe, Moo is back first. And I think when you're the first one back, it's always good to hide where you are, because we don't know what we need to do yet. Could have gone all the way around, but up to you. You're brushed. You do what you want. But like there was so much paint in mid, and they were hard focusing the grids push here. I could see a flank working out right now, like a shark. Yeah, and there you do it. I think it's always the timing. It's just like, for all of us, is always just something we're working on, which is fair. I think I also threw the hammer at the Rainmaker at the end. I think this goes like that video that we watched too, or I watched that you shared, about like not panicking if they get first checkpoint. I think we're in a pretty good position to kill Rainmaker ourselves as well, but that's fine. Not a bad thing to do. We probably could have left. I think this is my awareness issue. I should have left base sooner. I'm sorry about that. Me and awareness. I think we're back to like neutral here, and I want to see if we spread out and take our positions, which we do. Yeah, I think right pit is a good aggressive position for you if we're like in neutral or like setting up for a push. I think there's a few times later in the game where you stay in left pit instead, which we can talk about later. But yeah, they were pretty far back in base, and nice, thank you Darkness for going with strikes. Yeah, I don't know, I think maybe like if Moo and I switched positions, I don't know what would have happened. Because I think when I was watching your POV, I see you do ledge camping from left, which I'm actually really curious to understand, like when and where Inkbrush is good at ledge camping. Because I see you do this in some other games as well. I don't know if you're expecting to get kills or just to scare away people from ledges. But we have like a couple different tools I think for pushing people back from ledges. Like my suction will push people back from ledges just fine too. Yeah, I'm curious to understand Inkbrush play better. Yeah, and then unfortunately I go back. I don't think I should have rotated back here. You can see all of us clumped up there, Softer, Spring, or Moo. Leaving Darkness alone. I should have pushed up with Darkness, or one of us should have pushed up with Darkness. This is my mistake. Sorry, y'all. And yeah, we realized too late. Our timings is just slightly off. But this is good. I think like for Softer, like when we're thinking, I understand like you're trying to stay safe, and I think it's very smart. And like we see the Dread has like what you can call it, view sliders, so, like smart positioning. And I don't know, I think when we get more comfortable, there might be different positions to take once we are all more confident in our gameplay and our awareness. For example, the right side of tower, which I know is very risky because you can get slowed there. Yeah, I wish I pushed up a little bit more here. I don't think there's like, we have so much paint, and then like we should be closer to the edge of the paint, and like I think where you are, like what you're painting is already, what you can reach is already painted. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, here comes the Zipcaster, and it's pretty funny. We ego fight, various people ego fight the Zipcaster during this game. And it's really funny because we keep dying to the Zipcaster too, the person who ego fights it, even though we have so much paint, and like the Zipcaster is not that good and kind of irrelevant. So like, I don't know if I don't know. Well, there's a lot of paint. I think we could have lived this. We could have had a good push because, like, look at them. The rest of them are all backed up in their spawn. So I don't know. I understand the need to practice 1v1s, and like scrims are a good time to practice them. And I guess when it comes to attorney time, maybe think about what we need to ego fight and what we can just let the timer run down and let them be useless. Yeah, I think me and Moo could have been maybe a bit further up here. Darkness was fighting on ramp. We didn't need to be next to Rainmaker. Like, nothing's going on there. So that's my bad too. Sorry, team. Because we could have, the two of us together definitely could have kept them trapped in their space a little bit longer. Like, we could have held ramp. Like, they would still be in spawn right now. Or their base, sorry. So this is my bad. Unlucky bomb, I think. Yeah, I think again, the move right now is in the left pit, and I feel like once Rainmaker is popped, there's like the potential for a push, right? Like once Rainmaker is popped, it popped in our favor. At this point, we're looking for the opportunity to push, which on this map, like we're either going right or we're going great, and I feel like left pit is more of a defensive position to like. Because if we're watching left pit, we're trying to prevent them from dropping. We're trying to prevent them from pushing our ramp. But in my mind, that's not really the area that's being contested right now. That's not where we want to be. In my mind, we're setting up for a push, which means that we want to contest their ramp. And like, if we're contesting the drop, we would be contesting it, I think, like more from like mid from this side. I do appreciate like watching for flanks and all that, but like if we're here, we can still pivot easily for flanks, and we can pivot easily for ramp push. So it's just more options versus like if we're here, our options are more limited and it takes longer to pivot anywhere, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep ramp. Yeah, where are we respawning? I think again, I don't know. I know we need to balance staying alive and holding aggressive positions. So I'll stop talking. guess we have softer watching on the side, which is good. I think something I notice is that sometimes, I think it just depends on the game. Sometimes we're good about like spreading out and taking different angles, sometimes we're not. There's a point later in this game where Darkness and Moo take the same fight from the same angle here, and then they both die instead of taking the same fight from different angles. So I think it's just good to keep in mind, and don't forget like the basics. Yeah, this is my bad. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why all of us are here. And Darkness is alone. This would have been, I think, a great time to maybe have one of us over here and try and draw out their people. I know the Charger is here, and I think for me, I do prefer being on this side because there's more cover. I can stall a little bit better. When someone does push me, I have an easy escape route. Softer has my back, and I can yell for help. Versus on this side, I feel like it's better for faster weapons, just because the escape and the line of sight from the Charger is worse. So I think maybe we could have, I don't know if Moo would have been better here, but just a thought. Okay. Yeah, so he strikes, and I think Darkness is lacking a little paint and energy, but I get over here eventually. Yeah, so I think we need to think about, so Rainmaker was popped, right? Which means that we're probably going to do a push soon. I probably called out strikes, which means like we know we're going to do a push soon. Where do you want to be when we start the push? Moo is over here in left pit, and then the rest of us are pushing this way. And I think, again, I think you do this like other times in the game. Like, again, to me, left pit is a more defensive position. I know later in the game you do this flank. I think that would have been great right now. But yeah. Softer backs up, I think, because of the Zipcaster, and I think I like your idea of using cover to hide from the Zipcaster. We also have so much paint to do a little bit of movement on them. You can see where they're gonna land, you can run away. I think what you ended up doing is you were charging a shot, which is why you didn't move and you died to Zipcaster. Maybe you're trying to do something cheeky and like charge up the shot and kill them when they get to you. Which sure, Scrim is a time to practice cheeky things, but you know, a safer option would have just been move around. Me and Moo are right here. If you come towards us too, like there's more targets. If we want to shoot it, we can shoot it, but you also have more paint to just move around. And yeah, we want to push this way. And like maybe we could have gone back for you, but I think like we had so much paint, I think going this way. And like you can see Darkness gets like the triple. I think he had Reef or something. So like if we were here instead, I think we would have a stronger option. One for pushing, and then even if you did die, a stronger option to continue the push. Because now if we want to continue the push, like he just got a flipping triple. The Rainmaker's all the way back here, and we gotta like do this whole thing again. Versus if you died like here, we could like Dapple's pops easy, right? We repop and we go again. Like we have the momentum versus dying back here. I think we kind of lose the momentum from this triple. Yeah, so you can see everyone like backs up. Whoops. And we do grab and try and push again, but at this point, like, look, no one's in front of Rainmaker. When we're pushing, we need people in front of Rainmaker. All of us went back. I think especially like I know Moo, you go back to help with Rainmaker pop a lot, which I appreciate. And I feel like leave that to us. Leave that to us. I think like does Ink Brush do that much damage? And like you don't have a bomb? Like I would much rather in when we're trying to pop, like me and Softer are the preferred poppers, and then Darkness, especially when he's on Dapple, like situational help us pop. And then Moo, go in front. Go in front of Rainmaker. You don't have to even expose yourself, just like Shark. You could be like sharking right here. You don't have to like pick a fight yet because we're not ready. Like I'm still here, Darkness is here, Softer is respawning. So you don't even need to pick a fight, just swim up, Shark, I don't know, Shark behind pillow, Shark next to pedestal. And then when we're back, when we're ready to like commit to the push, that's when you pop out and like do some damage or run around. Yeah, so in this case, no one was at darkness. I had backed up to strike. If you were up here, I think you could have, while the Stamper was attacking darkness, you go behind them and kill them real easy. And again, even if darkness died with Rainmaker here, Rainmaker's in a good position for us to continue the push, and you got the Stamper. So we keep momentum, right? If we die here and you got the kill on Stamper, we continue pushing. The push isn't over. Over here in left pit again, the team's goal is to go this way. If you want to pinch with us, you pinch this way. Or we can paint and get you sharked in somehow. Yep. Yes, I think like we lost some momentum here. Like we were really set up to continue this push, but then we just let them come in. All of us back up to one side, it's fine. But yeah, this is a chance. Oh, maybe there's still a chance. Oh yeah, this is the really funny thing where like you both were trying to fight the Dread, but you fought him from the exact same angle. Like y'all stood in a straight line, so the one slash got you. Or the one slash and the Stamper, which I think Darkness ignored the Stamper to try and help you. So between the two of them, it was a double-decker sandwich. Unfortunate. Also, I'm probably a little far back. I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe I'm close to Strix. What am I doing? I'm behind soft air. That's wrong. I should be in front. I should be like here or something. And like bomb spam the charger. Anyways. Yeah, the two of us are like, whoops, our Slayers just went down. Time to reposition. I think it was better, at least we're watching both sides this time instead of me being on top of soft air, so this is good. And like we still have a lot of paint. Like you can see they just rushed immediately to take the space rather than like paintings, which is like, ooh, interesting. Because they know, I think you can guess that we are very vulnerable without our front lines. This jump was just unfortunate. Yeah, so the balance changes pretty fast. Defensive Strix. Here's another Zipcaster. You can see, and they're zipping into like so much of our paint again. And Darkness, I think, turns around for this Zipcaster. And Softer is here. I think you're honestly safe. You have a lot of paint to move around in. And like, yeah, I get the Stamper looks like easy bait. Unfortunately, we died. I forgot what their recall was. I think their recall was like here, maybe, or like here, something like that. Like behind mid. We could have just let her run out, maybe. I don't know, man. And then yeah, I get squished because the caster is like, I gotta kill. They're high on life. They're like, let me get another kill. But also my bad for getting squished. Yeah, so like at this point we get the charger, but it's just move versus like the Rainmaker, which has a path and they're gonna make a run for it. And again, I think in later games we get better awareness of their special. So they have a Zuka ready, classic Zuka spot. If you don't know where anyone is, literally right here. That's like the shot in the wild spot. And I do understand the desperation here. We're like, oh no, they have Rainmaker. We must stop Rainmaker immediately. But yeah, I think like the video also talks about like, and because I don't know. Anyways, sometimes there's patience. Sometimes we gotta do things fast. We always have to be smart about it though. Let's go. Yeah, so Darkness Souls, then with 3 Spider, of course. I probably could have pushed up a little faster there to help with that last guy. That's my bad. Alright, so overtime, you know, we're all stressed right now. But we just had a wipeout, and this happens a lot where we get a wipeout and then we immediately fumble the push. I mean, in this case, we still had a checkpoint to get through, which is the other unfortunate thing, that we didn't get the first check before overtime, but whatever, it happens. So I think darkness grabbed, and you're just very fast, so we could not get set up in front of you, unfortunately. I think I mean, I know why we're rushing it, because it's like overtime and like we just need like 1 point or 2 points. Well, like, I guess once we get more confident, we can make sure there's people in front of Rainmaker and people have time to get set up here. I like this. You're doing the great slink. So yeah, we get the dunk. Amazing. Oh wait, I think Software was carrying Rainmaker. My bad. Software was carrying Rainmaker and Darkness was just painting ahead. And then dies to the Charger, I think. It was really close. I think you could have gotten the kill if you had like another second. Like, look how low they are. So just a lot of like, I think, panic things at the end. So like, I don't think there's much to say. Overtime is stressful. And then me, with all of my infinite wisdom and 0 awareness. Okay, I will say that like the scrim, I was like hard focus and comms. And like, I definitely notice a difference when I hard focus comms. My gameplay and awareness suffers a lot. So me and my infinite wisdom is just like shirking back here instead of striking the barrier, sorry. So you can blame this overtime loss on me. And then when I do throw the strikes, I think I was like, oh, let me push like people back. Either that or I just straight up missed. I also might have just straight up missed, because I think to hit it this close, I don't know, I probably missed, or it was like, oh, let me push back the people who are shooting at it. Which, like, yeah, I guess there's Stamper and Shot versus all 4 of us just didn't pop. But yeah, I think we honestly did a pretty decent job. I think we're going in the right direction. Like, it's not going to be like we are amazing overnight, and I feel like we are getting better at positioning, awareness, taking space, noticing when there's opportunities, and it just takes time. But yeah, good job.